So one cool feature about Open Labyrinth is that you can have a numerical or an image-based counter, which can be present on some or all of your nodes, and basically help the students keep track of things. So some examples of some numerical counters would be cost. So we've got a cost to client box here at the bottom. You could also use number of nodes left, for example, so the students know how much they've got left to do in the case, or you could even use a numerical value to represent maybe patient satisfaction, for example. And when students choose the correct answer or the correct direction of the case, that becomes a positive value. And if they choose a poor option, that total might deplete. So in this example, I'm going to show you how to do a cost to client counter. So for example, in this case, the cost to client so far is £0 because I haven't done anything. But if I decide to do a full physical examination, for example, it's now gone up to £75. And this is an accumulative counter, which means if I now progress through this case and continue to choose diagnostic options that cost money, then this will continue to grow and represent to the students how much money they're spending. So to create one of these counters, I'm back on my case here, which is the video demo case. And what you need to do is scroll down on the left-hand side and you're looking for counters. Oh, I've already got a cost to clients so far counter. I'm going to delete that for now so I can show you how to make it from scratch. So in the top right-hand corner, you're going to go to add counter, counter name. I want it to be cost to clients so far, so the students can keep track of that. And I need to put the pound sign in here so that that's always present on the counter. I want it to be visible, so make sure that's on show and click submit. So now what we need to do is we need to choose which nodes we want this to appear on and give a value to each of those nodes. So we can do this two ways. We either need to click grid here to open up the counter grid, or the counter grid tab is also visible here on the left hand toolbar. So I'm going to open the grid. And what this does is it basically shows me a big table of all of my nodes, and this is for the counter cost to client. So I need to decide which nodes I want this counter to appear on. So over on the right hand side, we've got appear on node, all on or all off. I'm going to take it off all of my nodes for now because I want to handpick which ones that will appear on. For example, my introduction slide doesn't have anything about money on, so there's no point it appearing on that node. So that appear on node button is clicked off. I'm going to scroll down and here's perform an ultrasound, £70. I want this to appear to my students, and what I need to do is I need to say that every time they click on that node, it will increase the counter by 70. So I'm going to put plus and then 70 in. Make sure there's no space between the plus and the number. Another example would be if they choose something where actually you want the counter to deplete, you would put negative and then the numerical value. So we've got the next one as well, take a blood sample, £60. I want that to appear on the node, and that's going to be plus 60. And the one below, take a radiography, that's a typo, should say take a radiograph, plus 140. And make sure that appears on the node as well. I want the cost to continue carrying through the case on all of my outcomes so the students can remember how much they've spent, and I also want it present on the outcome of the case. It doesn't need to be present for the end and feedback or for that slide, so I'm going to click Save Changes. So now to check that that works, if I go onto the left hand side and click play, here we are on my introduction case. I'm going to go through the case now, and I'm going to take a blood sample. And my cost to client so far is £60. And it carries forward onto that node as well.